I am going to show you what I believe is the single greatest failure Joe Biden had from his State of the Union address. In fact, the entire thing was a failure. It was like he was yelling at the American people the entire time. It was the darkest, most un-American State of the Union address I have ever heard. But I think this clip highlights precisely why his address and his entire presidential administration has been so bad. You may have seen this clip already, but it is more telling than you may think. I'm going to play the clip and share with you my thoughts after. Check it out.
I'd be a winner. Not really. Lincoln Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal. That's right. But how many of thousands of people being killed by illegals? To her parents, I say, my heart goes out to you, having lost children myself. I understand. But look.
Okay, so let's break this thing down. The biggest thing people are pointing out is the fact that Joe Biden said Lincoln Riley. The young lady's name is Laken Riley. And this is what his opposition has been pointing out all along. He won't say her name. And when it was time for him to say her name, he said Lincoln. Now, this is a huge flub, getting her name wrong. But there's a bigger problem behind it, and that's that Joe Biden doesn't care. If there was one thing he should have known going into that speech, it was Laken Riley's name, and he didn't even know. And this precisely has been the problem with the Biden administration's attitude towards U.S. citizens for the last 3.5 years. They don't care. They care more about the illegal immigrants than the U.S. citizen, and Biden proves it here by not even knowing her name. And then things get worse. I just switched the image for you over here so you can see the moment he's going to say it. He says, yes, killed by an illegal. But like always, he takes this opportunity to switch it right back on the American people. He says, but how many thousands have been killed by legals? And look at Joe Biden's face, his disdain for the American people. He couldn't even wait to take this opportunity to turn it on the American people and blame you and say, hey, you legals, how many thousands of deaths have you caused? Oh, and there's just this one killed by this illegal. This has been the un-American Biden administration for the last 3.5 years. And then it continued to go south, and I changed the video still again because it was at this moment that Joe Biden pretended to talk to Laken Riley's parents. Laken Riley's parents declined the invitation to the State of the Union address because they wanted nothing to do with supporting Joe Biden, the man who allowed this illegal immigrant to get across the border. After he tarnishes their daughter's name, he tries to use them as a propaganda piece for his own gain. Perhaps his defenders will say that he's staring up at the empty seats that they should have been sitting in. But it is clear that he is trying to pretend for the American viewer that he is actually talking to Laken Riley's parents and that he actually cares about this young lady. If you didn't see the State of the Union address, don't waste your time. This clip encapsulates the garbage fire that it was. The time can't come quickly enough to get this man and his administration out of office and get Donald Trump back in. What are your thoughts on this? Leave your comments below. I'll catch you on the next video.